What's up, guys? This is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and Michigan has scored another recruiting win. So, shortly after landing top 100 tight end Matt Ludwig, the Wolverines have landed yet another tight end. We'll talk about that here in a bit. Before we do, though, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free, get notifications every time we drop new videos. If you want breaking news videos like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe button. You'll get notified right away. Like this video. It helps us get in front of other Michigan fans. And also subscribe to the Wolverine.com. If you want the inside scoop on what's coming before it happens, make sure to head over to the Wolverine.com. Use the promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at the Wolverine.com. Get exclusive recruiting information, team information, basketball, transfer portal, and so much more. Plus, come be part of a great message board community over at the Wolverine.com. Again, the promo code is UM1. That's $1 for 2 months. And that takes you through official visit season, as more good news is expected to come during summer official visits. But for now, the Wolverines just landed their second tight end commitment in Mason Bonner, 3-star prospect out of Denver Mullen in the great state of Colorado. Bonner has been a priority for Michigan for a long time. I know a lot of the focus and the attention was on Matt Ludwig, but again, Bonner was a priority for the staff. They offered him fairly early. They continued to make him a priority over the last several months. Steve Casula, Michigan's tight ends coach, was in Denver to see him push for his commitment and was able to seal the deal. This one really came down to Michigan and Minnesota. So the way it happened was, again, Michigan was always a contender here, always making him feel like a priority. They got him on campus this spring, really moved the needle not only with Mason, but with his family. Actually caught up with his father after the spring visit, and Michigan made such a strong impression. Minnesota was a school that was pushing really, really hard for Bonner. They were right there. But I think Casula did a fantastic job of sealing the deal with him after meeting with Bonner in person this week. And he kind of did the same thing with Matt Ludwig, right? Ludwig was scheduled to make a decision after official visits. Casula went out there, visited him, closed with his commitment. Same with Bonner. He was looking to make a decision maybe sometime in June. The Wolverines ended up closing with his commitment earlier than expected, thanks in large part to Casula. So I think Steve Casula, like I said in the Ludwig video, has been a little underrated as a recruiter. He didn't come in a lot of big time, high level recruiting experience, but he's done a fantastic job of building relationships with players, with families, just a really likable guy. So what is Michigan getting in Mason Bonner? So you saw earlier his profile listed him as a 3-star, ranked in the 800s on the industry ranking. But as you can see on this film, he is a mismatch nightmare and plays a lot of wide receiver. Initially on 3, actually had him listed as a wide receiver. I mean, he is a tall dude, listed at 6'6", 6'7". He's definitely in that range, checks that box, has a lean frame with the ability to add a lot of weight. Now, the biggest question mark you're going to have with Bonner is how much weight is he going to add to his frame? But I'm not too concerned about that. I think Bonner can carry some really good weight well. This is a kid that could add 40 pounds to his thin frame. But what's really impressive about Bonner is just, again, not only does he have the height, he has the length, he has the catch radius, he can go up and get it, and he can run well for a guy who's in that 6'6", 6'7" range. I mean, you can see him get vertical quite a bit. I mean, he's a dude that could play some wide receiver if he wanted to at the next level, but I think he best projects at tight end. Michigan likes what he can do, not only as a pass catcher, but what he can develop into maybe as a guy who spent some time in line as well. But I think most of his time will definitely be spent split out wide. And when you look at Bonner as well, I mean, he's a guy who's a perfect complement to Matt Ludwig. Ludwig being more in that 6'4", already filled out in that 240, 245 range. Bonner gives you that taller, lankier, athletic pass catcher, while Ludwig can do it all Bonner is kind of that true receiving threat. And when Michigan was recruiting last cycle, they really wanted that type of guy. And for a long time, they had him committed. And that was Andrew Olesh, who you also had question marks about him as a blocker, but he was a hell of a receiver. He could run. He was tall. He was in that 6'6" range. And of course, they lost Olesh late in the cycle to Penn State. So they really wanted to land 2 tight ends this cycle. And they got the 2 that they, for the most part, really wanted, again, a do-it-all in Ludwig, a tall athletic pass catcher in Mason Bonner. This is a great duo for Michigan. And I wouldn't pay too much attention to Bonner's rankings. I think he is very underrated. I think he's a guy that maybe a lot of people haven't seen because they haven't been out to Denver. I don't think he's done many of the major camps or 7-on-7. So I don't think he's gotten a lot of eyes on him. He's been a basketball kid, so he's never really focus fully on football either. So I think he's a guy that could see his stock go up for sure. I think you could see him potentially hit that low 4-star range. He has a really good ceiling. He might have a bit of a lower floor and be a little bit more of a mystery, but when you look at the athletic profile, when you look at the film, there's a lot to like about Mason Bonner and what he can become, especially at a place like Michigan, which consistently turns out high-level tight ends. All right, guys, for more on Mason Bonner's commitment, make sure to head over to thewolverine.com. Use that promo code UM1. That's $1 for thewolverine.com. Gets you 2 months. So through official visit season, again, UM1, $1 for 2 months at thewolverine.com. Also, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back with our regular live shows next week.